All right, chat room, let's buckle up.
Victory here, so he's gonna have to make.
All right, so this is losers finals. I heard this match was dope. I think I saw. I feel like I maybe saw this match actually. Now that I'm seeing it in action, I don't recall. We talked about this a little yesterday, and then my PC crashed or whatever, right? So we'll get back into it.
Do a tick throw, you gotta start checking with low medium kicks, but a great interrupt on that.
I think I said the same thing yesterday, but Bison's standing leg kick is really good. Audio's a little loud for me, sorry. His standing leg kick is really good. It's a great check on situations like that. How's audio for you guys, chat? Audio's okay?
That wasn't stopping Jean Leche from going.
Yeah, both of these characters are quite powerful in this version of the game, for sure.
But yeah, we talked about it before. It is paramount in this matchup against Rashid. Like, that is what you
big
have
jump.
to be sure you're good at.
I think actually probably could have killed with the right jump-in combo there. Maybe it would have been close, but would have probably had to spend bar anyway, and spend bar and roll dodge was good. Thanks for the 4.
Which isn't even a joke. It's a true statement. Take the throw. But the problem is when you have no health, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, take the throw is fine until you get put in that spot. Dash under is an interesting idea, but to be honest, I think faking it's better when you have the corner. You don't want to lose it. Nice. I love it. Really good. We chatted about this yesterday, but EX Flame steps Bison forward, and it's very good because it hits on both sides. It's quite a strong answer to stuff like that wall escape from this character, Ozeku.
EX Flame?
You know what the best thing
really good answer.
Might have had enough active frames that if he jumped
I think that was a read on a
the
backdash, by the way, with the raw scissor, maybe.
Caught him as
Or
well.
it was a miss. I didn't see which version of scissor kick it was. Oh, that sucks.
Super cool answer. And again, showing that he is well versed.
Activation. Bomb explosion, pop. Cross up.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so you can cross up with Psycho Crusher here too, right? Although I don't know, when you see this jumping heavy punch or you see jumping medium punch into crouching jab, it's usually a cross up here. A lot of Bison players like to reset here and then dizzy with EX Flame or Psycho Crusher. This is a really common reset spot. The one that I see a lot, like Problem X uses like one jump, medium punch into crouching jab, cancel it into Psycho Crusher and it crosses up. That shit is cheap.
Oh boy, all right.
Good setup.
Pulling out everything.
That cross-up is fucking nasty. Because Bison is so clearly in the front, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like he's anywhere close to, like, behind you. He's doing jumping heavy punch in the front of your character, and then suddenly you're just getting hit by a cross-up. You're like, excuse me? Especially because he's still in V-Trigger. He just command throw you in front. He doesn't have to be fancy.
Yeah. Pulling out right away. Good stuff.
Yeah, everybody gets hit there, right? That's shit's impossible.
So we're back at it here.
Especially like the first time. No one's blocking that the first time. Great trade for Bison. Gets a knockdown.
Because you do get flattened to the ground like that.
Indeed. Now we got the back throw Psycho Axe set up here. Dash forward.
Standard approach, back throw, Psycho Axe gives you the +1.
Yeah, activation throw. You have to watch V-Trigger roll in, which is right there. I mean, that is really good. That fireball is great for cutting off the screen. One thing too is that you saw Pikoro is he's just crouch blocking here. Like he's just waiting to see if he's gonna do EX so that he can head stomp or the V-Trigger fireball so he can head stomp or get out or whatever, right? It's projectile invincible, but he doesn't do anything. He just waits. He walks back. Once he walks back, he does it, and he gives up down charge, which means he can't answer it anymore. You lose down charge, you're stuck for Symbiote to give the big stuff. Yeah, that's true, Mike. I didn't even think about that. It's kind of like Yun's shoulder. Dude, Yun's shoulder cross-up was so fucked up. Although I blocked a lot of... Oh, nice snipe. I blocked a lot of Yun cross-up shoulder because I played so much of Jeremy's Yun. Also, Elena can always punish shoulder because she has 3-frame jab that's half screen. I don't know why.
That changed the whole momentum of that round.
Oh, that was a miss. It shouldn't have even been crouching short, crouching jab into light mixer. This should have been crouching short, crouching jab into light eagle spike.
Precisely. Now he's going to continue to try to bully with the EX whirlwind pressure high.
But life goes on. It's a drop. Not even too bad of a drop.
Again, now back
this is not good. Counter hit combo.
Game, yes, converting off the lights.
I think in this position, so there's a couple of options. When Bison does spaced out blast here, you have a couple of options. It's very bad, I think, to jump against Bison here, but a lot of people do it. And Rashid can kind of get away with it because of wall cling. He just goes up to the wall. So I think this EX head stomp was a read that he was going to go up to the wall to air. And this will be basically anything in the game air to air. There's like almost nothing you can do to beat that air to air. It's extremely difficult. So I think he did that specifically looking for him to jump to the wall. so he could stop it.
it's
Oh,
like so
we got
difficult to
clattered.
as he lands, he's pretty much free to
Not too big of a
activate.
combo though. Yeah, see, that's why you want to
Nice,
use
uses
the
the
down
soft
charge to
down
get
forward
EX
setup.
to just escape.
Meter for a
It's
meter.
it's really good for Bison in this
Oh,
matchup.
that's gonna be
Punish.
punished, yeah. And V-trigger activation doesn't decide to plant the bomb, however. Gonna save a little bit more of that.
Yeah, I'm
V-trigger
surprised he
for
didn't use the
those.
bomb for a setup, to be honest. I think
Thought he was gonna get him with that
I
other
think it's
guy
really good.
on the way down,
Cross
but
up.
Here comes the stop.
Oh.
Yep, again.
Should be safe, but this is gonna be good damage here. One more mix-up, tries to get out of there.
Ah, that's a bad
Ooh.
trade.
Oh, he tries to anti-air
That
to
sucks so bad.
tries to get out
Oh
of there.
man, he was like, he tried it a little too early, right at the end, and his crouching medium punch just went the wrong way.
Oh,
That sucks.
no, he tried
I
to
think that should have been
anti-air
maybe a
and
heavy
actually
mixer.
lost. Oh my goodness.
Heavy
Shot
mixer
that
would have
shit
maybe
crouching
hit on
medium
both. It could have traded
doesn't
though as
help
well,
out
which would have been a bad
scenario.
trade. The first hit of heavy mixer doesn't do a lot of
To the
damage.
other side over there,
What sucks there is I think like it's
Rashid
really hard to
crouching
challenge it
medium
either
punch
way.
in the
You know what I mean?
incorrect direction, and that gave Pikoro the win. Off
That
of
sucks.
the head
That's
stomp
really hard to
follow-up.
challenge, I think.
Oh man. Okay.
And that was after
There's like,
Zalesha got
I
that
feel like in
EX
90% of
hit, and then there
situations,
was the
your
trade,
anti-air
and
whiffs or
to
you trade.
confirm off of
I
that,
think it's very rare that you beat that clean, probably, right?
Breaking out the jump forward jab.
Which, I mean, yeah, that's a bummer. It's just, his fucking options off of that are so good because he can pilot himself away and delay when he hits the button. So, like, he makes it really hard to consistently time and stop it because it just comes at a different time.
Slow on the interrupts, right? That's why
Yeah, throw would have stunned, so he was playing slow.
Oh,
Nice.
I no stomp this time for you. Get stunned up.
No critical art, but you just use the EX whirlwind shots or, yeah. You save the meter there because either you're going to have chip on critical art or you could do EX whirlwind shot to put on 50-50s. Every time he blocks it, it's either throw, no throw, walk back, overhead. Like, he has a lot of options, so.
much stronger. Like, this is
And you can't
incredible
avoid chip
matchup
against
too.
Rashid, right?
It's
Like,
like-
Rashid's too good at chipping you with critical art. One of the best in the game.
You know, despite all that, it is just 1-1 at
Uh-oh.
this point. So still needs to try to get himself.
Chat room,
up.
I heard the noise that I heard yesterday before my stream went kaput. I don't know. But, I mean, I haven't had any problems, so maybe we'll see.
Or I crush counter, break that glass.
I don't think it was a software
follow-up as
issue.
well. Ooh, I
Oh,
love
like
that.
in the
Just
back
go
of the
with dash
subwoofer?
forward,
That
right?
could be
Wants to meet him in
true.
the middle.
Could be a power
He's still
surge.
one, back to back,
The thing
without
is that if it's a
activation.
power surge, I don't even know how to stop that.
Ooh, just clips him with that. Yeah.
Is the subwoofer USB or 3.5 millimeter? It's 3.5 millimeter.
I can't believe that jump
No,
out.
we never had the noise during D&D or during my
Off the slide, of course.
day
Did catch
yesterday.
him airborne though, so he didn't actually continue the block string.
Yep, avoids the V skill,
Oh.
V trigger too with that. Devil's
A
head stomp, I
UPS?
should say.
What is a
Yeah.
UPS?
Now John's like, oh, yeah, if he still had
To be
one
honest, it's
more
probably
cycle
feedback
pressure,
from
they
the
could say,
sub. I'm
wow,
thinking
and
it
then
is.
the teleport properties going through the double halal chop and punishing him.
Great timing on that. Just getting right through there.
An uninterruptible power
Taking the lead
supply.
again. With only
So I
by
bought a
one
new
round,
power
though.
strip, and I don't know if it has a UPS or not.
Ooh, just rolling forward.
Well, this is a brand new power strip that I'm using today, but I haven't had the issue since. I heard a noise from it, but nothing has happened. My stream is running. Nothing is, like, you know, cut out or anything, so I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Anyway, we can go back to the match for now.
We're now trying to switch up his pressure and a beautiful answer to the stop
Weird.
once again.
The YouTube is going to look very weird because of some of the issues I'm having. Sorry there, YouTube viewers.
Super strong.
Oh, ooh, I feel
that's
like that could have been
punishable.
Punished, but maybe a little bit too far away. But he went with a heavy kick afterwards. Didn't even have that to be able to cancel into anything. Ooh, recovered in time to block that cross up. But here we go. That tornado pressure.
You know what? He almost got away with it. That was like by the hairs on his chinny chin.
was so
Bison barely
good.
didn't beat that option. I actually think if he pulled himself slightly backwards, he would have gotten away with it.
That was smart.
If it wasn't for those
Some
damn
back jumps by
kids.
Zalesha in the corner. And now here comes Pikoro. Trying to go up 2-1.
This is bad.
slide
Cross
into
up?
activate.
Cross
oh,
up
the
again?
Cross up.
Yeah.
Nice block on the second cross up. Oh, it actually dodged, and then
Telling
the
you.
throw will bring the victory to Pikoro.
Ah, that was a big sneeze. Telling you, 90% of the time, I feel like you either trade unfavorably or it just goes the wrong way. Bison can choose where he lands right at the last second. This shit is hard to
Oh,
stop.
it actually dodged, and then the tick throw will bring the victory to Pikoro.
That's how he lost that.
That shit is hard to stop. You really, like, you can't reliably anti-air that, I think, for most characters. This is very
Tried to
difficult.
dodge the vertical mixer.
Stuff like Urian
He hit the
standing
early
heavy
double
kick is a good
reverse,
answer,
still
but
got
even then,
the
Bison can drastically
Zalesha
change the
pretty much
timing on when he comes down from the air. It's very difficult to contest.
Come on, let's take this to 5 games, man. I want to see more Street Fighter.
Me too.
Is Bison top tier? Yeah, he's definitely a top tier character in this version. He's very strong. That was probably a heavy mixer that he tried and got crossed up on.
Yeah, it's got projectile invul frames on it.
I think potential top 5 characters in this version. Most people think Rashid, Urian is really high up there. You still have Kuma. Colleen is really strong in this version. G. Bison is very powerful. There's a lot of really strong characters. Chun-Li is really good as well, yeah. Ibuki is maybe a little lower, but she's still in that top 10 probably.
Nice trade on the stomp, though. I think
wow, that was such a long knockdown. Seth is also a very strong character, like potentially up there somewhere.
So that trade is definitely not. Oh, chases down the V reversal, gets the one punch, but loses.
There's a lot of characters that are like that in this version. Whoa.
Wow.
That was a long way.
Yeah, Jean Leche looked like he wanted to press something there, but then remembered, and then interrupts the EX Psycho Blast with the V skill 1. Beautiful stuff. He also had.
I wonder if what he reacted to with the V skill, or if he was just looking to activate. He probably had V trigger activation, right? Ibuki is still strong in this version. She's not nearly as strong as maybe the last couple seasons, but she's still a very powerful character.
Yeah, that's a huge W for Jean Leche, right? Considering that he had
yeah, this is real bad. That's one of the worst things to get hit by Rashid for sure. Standing medium punch and an EX whirlwind shot in the corner is just you just get the combo. It's great. You just roll in, you get a heavy button after, like really advantageous.
But actually, I'm not sure what Pikoro tried to do,
oh, Poison is quite strong too. I don't know if she's top 5 though. Maybe top 10.
Yeah, I think he didn't know what side he was gonna
maybe she's a little bit more polarizing than those other characters.
Or the stand medium punch, excuse me.
Regular throw, smart, not get punished. Not punishable like the command grab.
Oh, misspaced a little bit. That was a great punish. It's not easy to punish something that's like that quick on recovery. Psycho Crusher at the tip is plus, right? So you got to be careful about it.
Let's go.
And you try to wake up forward dash too and got smoked.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go.
I just bought Street Fighter 5. Who is the best roster character? Are you trying to say base roster character? Like no DLC? Chun-Li is really strong.
Versus a player from Brazil to find out who's gonna go up against.
Is Akuma in there? Akuma's quite good. Rashid.
Chilling, relaxing. Where am I?
Oops.
Back.
This matchup is a little weird. I think a lot of it, yeah. Bison has to play like second a lot of the time, right? He has to kind of let Rashid do stuff and then react with air-to-airs or on the ground, wait for the mixers or the wall escapes. But I think Bison, you know, he can control Rashid as long as he plays like really aware, right? You have to be ready for what he's going to do. If you make one big mistake and you whiff some button and you get jumped in on, it can be pretty bad, pretty fast.
Misses with the second V skill, however. Oh no, got clipped. Try to interrupt it. You can definitely interrupt it, but you know, if you're a smart Bison player, you'll throw those out so rarely.
Oh yeah, Karen and Cammy are both strong from the base roster.
When that V skill is coming.
Yeah, see, even that was an air-to-air that was negative for Bison. That was great.
Oh no! Doesn't actually combo with the flame. That's unfortunate. Jump back jab once again.
You see, he keeps trying to do these jump back normals to air. Nice tick throw. He keeps trying to do these jump back normals to air, but it's like really tough. You give up so much space every time you do it, and the damage is not particularly high either. It's just like a little jab in the air. You're just tapping him. Gets the dunk.
He wants that run back after the defeat in Winners Finals as well.
Bison's a really fun character. I found myself playing him a lot recently, and when you play this character, you can really feel the ranges where his buttons are quite dangerous, right? This mid-range where his standing heavy punch is really... Wow, that traded like that?
But at the same time, you're like, I want to win.
Ranges where his heavy punch is good and his down forward heavy punch is really, really good for Bison.
Again, is applying the standard
yeah, that flip out was great. On defense, backdashing in situations like that is a good idea. You can create advantageous flip outs. Another thing that we've seen a lot in this set, and I just want to give Pikoro credit for this, is we've seen him hit standing heavy punch a lot and not cancel when his opponent's airborne. This is really important. If Bison is really weak to air flip out. If you cancel in a scissor kick or you cancel in a blast or something or whatever, a lot of the times you're actually unsafe if your opponent flipped out of your buttons. You have to be really cautious about canceling stuff that gets air flipped out, like the standing heavy punch, because if you do, you'll be very negative.
Catch and just needs one more hit, but the counter hit.
And drops his counter hit combo.
But he has the heavy spinning mixer, anti-air. Here we go, the pressure.
No air to air.
Oh, Sense nervousness.
Nice. That's what I was talking about the last time. This move, right, it was so close to beating this last time. Same situation now where he tries the heavy mixer and he pilots it away just long enough to get the trade. These moves are so hard to contest. Like the entire set, Ja was like trying to crouching medium punch it late. He was trying to heavy mixer it. He was trying to like, counter with all these different things. Like it's really difficult to stop all the options off of Bison head stomp and Bison devil reverse. They're really strong.
Is going to advance to grand
like even if you know they're coming and you're ready, that might happen.
So many times that heavy
shit's tough, man.
has...
I feel for him. He tried, Matt. He was reaching. He was trying to heavy mixer. He was trying all this stuff. Nothing was working. Oh, what are you gonna do, right? You try sometimes and it just doesn't work. It's a tough thing to anti-air. Exactly. In the end, it didn't even matter. That shit was rough.